at first I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go, but now that I went, it was really like amazing. A lot of people said that as soon as you like went there, you just felt a whole bunch of like love, and like you knew that God was like he was just doing a whole bunch of good things there.
Going to NTS camp was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. Like the previous year, my parents didn't want me to go because it was all the way in Illinois, and I remember just wanting to go so badly, and I remember I had such high expectations for it, and it was just even better than I had expected.
Going to NTS camp was awesome. It was life-changing, and there's a reason it's called NTS, Never the Same, because every person that's there, they're never going to be the same.
I actually had God talk to me for the first time this year at NTS camp, and I was kind of just like laying there in my bed all confused, didn't know what to do, and then I was like, yo, what's up, man? What do you want me to do? And then he's just like, he gave me the story of Peter when Jesus was walking on water, and he told him, he was like, get out of the boat, come walk with me, you gotta trust me, or unless he would sink, and like that's what he was pretty much telling me. He's like, you gotta trust me or your life is gonna sink in like bad ways and go into bad things.
I really think that God was telling me that I need to let go of my hurt and my anger, because before I went to camp, I was just so mad and angry for no reason. I don't even have any words to explain why, because there isn't really. He really got a hold of my heart and was saying, like, you're a Christian, you're a child of mine, so you need to show people who I am.
I'm starting a prayer group on Mondays at Stevens for Claim Your Campus, just to help get kids to pray for our school, because God really spoke to me at NTS camp of getting more people for his kingdom.
What he was really telling me was that like he really wants me to pursue camp ministry. Like he's just been repeating that, like you have to do it, make sure you're like pursuing that passion, like don't trail off, because I've like also had like thoughts like maybe this isn't for me, but then he's like, no, this is for you. So
always have faith, like no matter if you're gonna be sick, I'm always gonna be here for you, and I'm gonna be able to turn things around. Just look at what I can do. You may be in this situation, but just look at what's gonna happen from it.
I never really understood how much he actually loved us until this week. He was just getting to my heart and saying, like, no matter what you've done, I've always been there. It's not a matter of me loving you now after you've done that, because I've loved you through that.
My whole life, I've kind of looked at God and the love he gives kind of just as a thing directed towards me. But then going to NTS and talking about the kingdom, it really helped me realize that God's love is for everyone and that we're all in it together.
It's been really crazy for me, like with God talking to me, because he's always like, go back to the daily verse, just read that. For some reason, for my problems, for like the past 5 days, it's always been like that daily verse is somehow connected, and I'm like, like he's here and he's telling me this stuff for a reason.
at NTS camp, you can just see students' lives change. Like from one day it's this, and another day like they're living a completely new life.